coming out here after 30 years. Yeah, I ain't got nothing, but I'm gonna have something because I'm rich in personality, you know, and I'm rich in love. My family love me, and that's really all that counts. Hey man, shout out to everybody out there on Team Banky Pound, man. I appreciate the love. I appreciate the support, man. We out here, we still pushing. We still pushing this positive energy, man. Everybody who joined the board this ride, man, I appreciate each and every one of y'all, man. Big love to you and your family. Blessings upon blessings upon blessings. Let's go, let's get it. Let's try to keep these young people out of the penitentiary, man. Let them know what it's like. What's real in the field and hard on the yard. We gotta let them know, man. So big love to everybody with this movement, everybody who support me, man. Can't stop, won't stop. Let's go. If you got that membership, double love, baby. Salute. Listen, man. Penitentiary, man. Penitentiary, man. Now, this gonna be from these Store Box Chronicles, man, because a lot of my problems in the penitentiary definitely came from that store box. Do not ask me why I kept doing it. I mean, you know, the only reason I could give you was because it was beneficial. It was routine after I started, you know, and then probably it was some bit of ego too, and you didn't want to stop doing it, man. You know, like, hey man, somebody shut the store box, because a lot of store boxes get shut down. You know, dudes they don't be getting paid. They don't be wanting the drama. You know, it causes them too much problems. So they might start a store box, and then next thing you know, their whole store box shut down, man. Because once dudes don't pay you, and the word get out that dudes don't pay you, man, you know, the gig is up anyway. You're not going to be able to really make no money. Because there's always going to be somebody in the penitentiary. Eating is essential. It's always going to be somebody that needs something to eat. And if you can't, and they're going to go to a store box. Because if they ain't got it, if they run out of something or they need something, they're going to go to a store box. You know what I'm saying? Because it's late at night, you're hungry, your stomach touching your back, woo. But a lot of times that's what get a lot of dudes in trouble, because they go get something that they know they can't pay. So it depends on who you go get it from. But once the word get out that somebody cannot pay you, then that's going to be the store box that people going to, and they're going to run it up. They're going to run it up. Then you got options of who you got to hurt or who you got to fight or who, and then dudes just shut their store box down. I ain't never really go through that, because if you owe me, I'm coming to get it one way or another. And that's just how it was, man. And you just had to stick to that. And you got to be willing to sacrifice too, because a lot of times you're going to have a lot of other things going on. You know what I'm saying? In your mind, it's really not good business, to be honest with you. It's not good business to have 40, 50 people owe you, and then you blow it all and go to jail for one dude not paying. It is really not good business. But it's penitentiary business. This is the way it got to go. Then when you come out of the hole, you literally got to still want your money from dudes who owe you. And normally they gonna pay you if they're around, because they already know you just went to jail for hurting somebody about this money. So you can leave it and say, give it to this person, give it to that person, whatever. Usually that causes a little confusion too, but most of the time it depends on who it is. If dude know who it is, he gonna pay that money. Also, if he know the dude you telling to collect the money, he gonna pay that money. So I can remember one of the incidents I had with this dude, and it turned into a bigger thing than it had to be, right? And it's all because, like I say, it's the visual of the situation, it's the optics. All right, the dude, he get money in every now and then, like every other month. His people might send him a nice piece of money. He'll do this and do that. So dudes will know this is routine. He don't, you know what I'm saying? He might trick off a little money hustling, doing this, doing that, but most of the time, his people send him a decent piece of money like every 2 months. He might get $500-$600, right? So he'll borrow up until then sometime with certain people, and I was one of those people. But every now and then, though, I heard other dudes saying that he'll play games, give excuses, this, that, and the third, but I had never dealt with that with him. Every time I dealt with him, it was up front. He always had my money, why. So this one particular time, he borrowed some money from me, man. It wasn't even a whole lot of money. To be honest with you, I think it was around about 40 something dollars. He owed me like 40 something dollars. But I'm under the impression that I'm gonna get this money, you know what I'm saying? It's like two and a half weeks away for me to get this money. But I already understood that. The bars understood. If you tell me when you gonna pay me, even if it ain't the week to week type thing, I, all I need to know when you gonna pay me. I'm gonna have this on. If I can stand to give it to you for that long, I'm gonna give it to you. But just meet my date, man, because in my mind, it's like a calculator when it comes to that type of money. Okay, I know he owed me on the 14th. All right, no, he don't supposed to give me that until the following store. I know that, and I'm anticipating that because I got it locked in my brain. I had long ago stopped writing stuff down because when you write it down and somebody try to drop the dime on you and the police come running in your cell, they looking for them store-bought lists. If you find that store-bought list in there, then you know you going down. So I stopped writing that down long time ago with the store-boughts because I can remember. I can just look at people and remember who owed me what. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes dudes try to play, man, show me where you wrote that down. I ain't get that from you. I know I ain't did. I ain't get number 3. You said I ain't wrote nothing down. I know what you got from me. You got it from me. You said specifically to me, let me get this. That ain't gonna be nothing that I need to write down. I know what you said to me. That ain't what I said. All right. Well, that's what it is. I'm telling you that right now. So you'll run into those type of problems every now and then. Okay, so this joker, he's supposed to give me like 40 something. I made about $42, $43, right? So I'm waiting on the money, but in the process of me waiting on the money, not that I'm clocking him because there's other things going on with me as well, but I see you still gamble, woo woo woo. So I ain't tripping because it ain't even time for you to pay me, but I'm assuming you gonna have my money. Then on top of that, the about 4 days before we get before we go to commissary, this Bama get called to property and pick up a brand new TV, right? So when you go get this brand new TV, I automatically know that if you had money to order that TV a couple weeks ago, you got the money to pay me, right? Seemed like it makes sense to me. So on store day, this Bama come walking back in from the store with a bag so little, man, he could have had this. His bag so little that, you know, and I'm looking at the bag as he come in, like everybody else coming in, but I'm on the till drinking coffee. But I noticed him come in with this little bitty baby bag, which can't be 40 something dollars worth of stuff you owe to me, irregardless of who you owe everybody else. That can't be, you know what I'm saying, what you owe me. So I don't say nothing, but I make a mental note of that. So everybody moving around, scaring around, you know, commissary day, it's a lot of activity going on, a lot of people moving, shaking, and baking, right? I be waiting, dudes be coming up there, hey, man, here you go, man, this is what I owe you. Is everything in there? Yeah, you good, woo, woo. I'm doing all of this because it's store day. So I usually like to get my money as soon as you come back from the store, man, because I already know a whole lot of dudes got a whole lot of side stuff going on. You may owe 2 or 3 people, and that means everybody ain't gonna get paid. I want mine off top. You deal with the rest of the dudes, whatever. You came and got mine, I want mine off top. So boom. Just like in training day. He said, Red Top gave you the package, you supposed to be having my money. You know what I'm saying? Have my money. You know, it's just like that. So boom. All right, everybody leave from the store. I mean, everybody finished from the store. Everybody came back. So now commissary is over. So what did you waiting for? You know what I'm saying? So I'm still on the till. I see him moving around, but he don't say nothing. So then he come make his way up to me, and he got this little bitty bag in his hand, right? So he come up to me. I already know the flimmery is on his way, right? And at this point in time, this day in particular, I'm not trying to hurt, right? So he come up there. He said, man, let me holler at your bank. I said, what's up? So boom, we stepped to the cell. He pulled the bag out. Man, he got about $13, $14 worth of stuff in there, right? And it ain't nothing that he owe me. It's some stuff he'd have bought on his own. You know what I'm saying? You owe me specific things within this 40 something dollars, because that's what I gave you, specific things. So he telling me, man, yeah, man, my money won't right, and this all I got right now. But what you could do is you could put some interest on that, and I got some more money coming in, so we go back to the store in 2 weeks. You can put interest on it, and I'm gonna go ahead on and pay whatever it is that you say I need to pay and give it to you when we go back to the store. Now I'm listening to him, but I'm looking at him just like I'm looking at this camera. You know what I'm saying? Because you telling me what I can do with my money. You telling me how to run my business. You telling me how you gonna pay me what you owe me. Man, I said, bro, I ain't trying to do none of that. I'm not trying to put no extra money on you, no interest or nothing. Just go get what I owe, what you owe me, dog. That's all I want. Go get what you owe me. I let you get it for longer than you supposed to. I let you owe me for longer than I normally let some do owe me. It's usually store to store, and then hey, you come with this, and then on top of that, bro, didn't you just get a brand new TV? And that's when he was like, I mean, what they got? I mean, what they got to do with anything? I'm telling you that I pay you interest on what my TV. Yeah, you know my people send me the money for. Man, your people supposed to send you the money for what you owe. You owe. Why do you owe somebody and you ordering a TV, dog? Why do you? Man, I needed a TV. My people bought me a TV. Okay. Once again, why would you order a TV if you owe people money and you ain't got the money to pay people that you owe, dog? You in the penitentiary. Where you think you at? You know what I'm saying? You can't go buy no TV, walk up in here with a brand new TV and you owe people money, dog. Not me. You know what I'm saying? I said, so I'm not trying to wait 2 weeks to get my money. Give me my money today. What you owe me. Just like you got your TV, I need my money. He was like, man, come on, man. You blowing this out of proportion. You taking this somewhere that it ain't got to go. Where it's gonna go? Where it's gonna go? Where it's gonna go? You owe me. What you mean? Where is it gonna go? You know what I'm saying? It be the language and stuff, and then I'm reading body language. So I'm like, boom, man, just give me my money, dog. That's all I'm asking you. Just give me my money. He was like, man, let me go see if I can get this money, man, because you owe some bull. And now you starting to talk, and I'm like, I said, hey, bro. Matter of fact, yeah, get my money. Get my money, man. Bring my money back up here, man, within 30 minutes, dog. He turned around. He was like, what? I said, you heard what I said, bring my money back up here within 30 minutes, man, since you think it's all a game. He said, ain't nobody saying it's no game. I said, bro, all that loud talk, I ain't with none of that. Just get my money, dog. He said, yeah, all right. Boom, he peel off. Now I'm mad. I don't know what he feeling. I don't even really care. You know what I'm saying? Because now I'm feeling like you think you in some type of authority about this, man. You think you know what I'm saying? You ain't got no say in what you owe me, bro. Only say you got in what you owe me is to pay me. You know what I'm saying? So I don't care nothing about you getting mad. I don't care nothing about your attitude. Now, yeah, true indeed, before this happened, we ain't really got no issues. But it's an issue now because just me seeing you getting a new TV, I know you had to order that TV while you owed me money. And you got that TV, and you done spent $250 on this TV, and you know you owe people money, dog. That's the type of stuff dudes be doing in penitentiary. That's how dudes become unbenefited. That's how dudes get in altercation. You see what I'm saying? So I see him going there and they going in and say, I see you could tell the walk, the body language, he huffing and puffing. Probably went in there and shot some foolishness to his celly. I see his celly, because I know all these things, these little penitentiary moves. You can tell what dudes doing, what they talking about and everything by their moves. So I see after he going to say, I see the body language he going there with. Then I see, boom, probably about 45, 50 seconds after he in the cell, I see his celly come poke his head out and look up. But he really looking at me, but he looking around, acting like he looking around the pie. Nah, you came and look up to see who he was talking about and what he talking about. So now, you get me paranoid. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what y'all might be doing. You might be plotting. You might be, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So, boom, I stay up on the till for probably about 3, 5 more minutes, and I go back up in the cell and unhook that Bethlehem. You dig? And put that thing on me. Yeah, you can come on with it if you want to. And you can bring him. You can bring whoever else you want to bring. Because I want my money. You dig? So, boom. Time go on. Probably about 20, 25 minutes. He come up there. He said, hey, look, man. I can't get specifically what I owe you. I can't get that. But I'm going to try to get you the whole 43, whatever it was, I'm gonna try to get you all of that, but I can't get it right now. I gotta wait for such and such to come back from work, and I'm gonna be able to get the rest. It may not be exactly what I owe you, but it's gonna be the dollar value. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking at him now, but now too, I got an attitude as well. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, bro, you can't tell me what you gonna give me. You can't do that, man. What part of that don't you understand, dog? You can't tell me what you gonna give me when you came and asked for what you want. And I gave you what you wanted. So how you gonna tell me you gonna give me something that you just can get, but not what I gave you, dog? Not what I deserve, not what I told you to bring me back. How do that make sense to me? He said, man, why are you trying to make this so difficult? Why are you trying? I'm trying to pay you. You can see I'm trying to pay. I said, no, you trying to pacify me. You not trying to pay me. You trying to pacify me, dog. You see what I'm saying? So he said, nah, man, it ain't even like that. I'm telling you I'm gonna give you your money, but you on some BS. You act like you pushing something at me. You know what I'm saying? I said, bro, if I was pushing something at you, it'd be these fists. You did? That's what I be pushing right now, or something else. I mean, however you want to do it. You know what I'm saying? He said, man, ain't nothing punk about me, man. Ain't nothing PUSSY about me. I said, okay, and what? And what? I say I could get crazy and say, okay, you ain't got my money. Let me get that TV until you get my money. You know what I'm saying? He said, what? I said, let me get that TV until you get my money. You know what I'm saying? How about that? You know what I'm saying? He said, man, I ain't giving nobody my TV, dog. You got me effed up. I said, nah, we trying not to get you effed up. Yeah, I could want the TV. He said, man, that TV costs $250. I said, I don't care what it costs. My money that you owe me is like $250. Yeah, it's like $250 to me. You know what I'm saying? Because it was mine. When you was hungry, or you wanted to go gamble, or you wanted to do whatever it is that you wanted to do, you ain't had nowhere to get the money. If you had somewhere else to get it, you wouldn't have came and got it from me. So I provided what you needed when you needed it. And then when I tell you to give me mine back, you got all these excuses, dog. I don't want to hear none of that. You did? I don't want to hear none of it. Straight up. So either get my money, what you owe me, or give me your TV, dog. Or we can just, do whatever it is we want to do. You know what I'm saying? That's because I'm with all of it. You know what I'm saying? So he looking at me, I'm looking at him, and I'm dead serious. I'm serious to the bone. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we doing? That's what we doing? I'm like, that's exactly what we doing. Yeah, all right, okay. He leave, right? I'm still there. I'm still there. I'm still like, okay. So now the gauntlet been laid. This is what I want. I want my money. I want your TV. You get your TV back when you give me my money. What you owe me specifically. You did? So I see him going back down there. He going up in his room. You know what I'm saying? I guess he chopping it up with his celly. Woo. He come out. He go 3 cells down to another dude's cell. Right? He go dude cell. Dude got a store box too. You know what I'm saying? But he takes some items down there. So I'm guesstimating what he did was go down there and try to exchange the items that he had with the other store box dude to, you know what I'm saying, get specifically what he owed me. Which I don't care. It don't even really make me no difference as long as that you give it to me. And to be honest with you, and I know y'all probably saying, yeah, when you acting, you know what I'm saying, real hard on, nah, because when you let these dudes get away with what they want to get away with, they start thinking that you owe them. They dictating to you how they gonna pay you, bro. It's a principle in the penitentiary, man. It's a principle in life. You see what I'm saying? It's a principle in life. I can't loan you no cash money and you bring me back food stamps. Because that's all you got. Come on, dog. You see what I'm saying? I can't give you cash money and you come back and tell me, okay, give me $100 and I'm gonna give it back to you on Wednesday, and the day is Monday, and then on Wednesday you come back and give me, I ain't got nothing but $100 worth of food stamps. Man, you're crazy as I don't know what. You're crazy as I don't know what. You done made me lose a commodity that I had, that I like, that I want, that I use, that I need, only to give me back something that is of lesser value to me, something that I don't need, something that I don't want. You see what I'm saying? So people don't look at it that deep. They look at it like I'm trying to be hardball on the money because as long as he's trying to pay me. Nah, that ain't the principle. It's the principle, man. It's the principle, and that's what I'm pushing. And dudes will use that passive aggressive stuff like, Oh man, I'm trying to pay you, but dang, man, you ain't trying to pay me. You trying to pacify me. You not trying to give me what you owe me, and that becomes a big issue in the penitentiary. And you got to stand on what you stand on, or you gonna be walked over, straight like that. And I won't be walked over. I won't going for none of that. You know what I'm saying? So he went and got the stuff. He had everything he owed me. Everything he owed me. Now I could have been super duper petty because it was just one. That would have been super duper petty because it was one item that he owed me. Now this is petty, but I didn't do it though. But I could have because I was mad. But he owed me some honey buns. But what he owed me was some icy white honey buns. And he couldn't get them because the store box man ain't have, and he gave me back plain honey buns. Now I could have said, go get my icy whites. I could have did that. You see what I'm saying? I could have did that. But I wanted the situation to be over because I really didn't want to go to jail. I was prepared to go to jail, but I didn't want to go to jail. You dig what I'm saying? I didn't want to go to war. I was prepared to go to war. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to hurt him, but I was prepared to hurt him. You see what I'm saying? So I was glad the issue got resolved. But if it didn't get resolved that way, it was going to get resolved with some bloodshed. I already knew that. I'm not putting that Bethlehem on my hip if I ain't prepared to use it. Other than that, I'm going to leave it where it's supposed to be, in the cut, in the bama. You dig what I'm saying? If I put it on my hip, I'm prepared to use it. You dig? And then when you dealing with these dudes and they got sellers and they got buddies and they got homies, you got to be ready for all of them because you might take all bang, 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 and all of them may come running like cockroaches. You dig? Hey, man, they jumping on what's, you know, it goes down like that sometimes. So when they run up, you got to be able to run them back the opposite way. And the only way you're going to do that is have that equalizer on you. You know? So, yeah, the great humbler on you. What's up? You got to have it. You know what I'm saying? And it's all over petty stuff. Petty stuff. But in the penitentiary, don't go get nothing from nobody if you ain't gonna have it, man. You can't even have a doubt in your mind. My philosophy always was, I used to tell dudes this would come to my store box, but don't come buy nothing from me unless you got the money on the books. Because if you waiting on your people to send you some money and your people do not send that money, which out here in real life things be happening, and oh, they're going to send the money on Monday so you know it's going to be here by the time you go to the store Friday. But then what happens when your people get a flat tire? What happens when your people get called into work? What happens when your people got an issue out there and then they ain't sending money off in time? See what I'm saying? Then you stuck because you're going on your people work. And then you mad at your people. You telling your people that they put you in a situation that I could have got killed. You put me, you ain't. But stuff happens. So I always tell dudes, don't borrow from me unless you got the money on the books. That way you can't tell me, but my people got a flat tire, man. They ain't get the money. I don't want to hurt, dog. I don't want to hurt. So that's why I don't borrow the money unless you got the money. What they call that thing out here now? I've been out here, secure credit card. It's like a secure credit card. You got to already have the money on it. If you ain't got a secure credit card, don't borrow from those store box in the penitentiary, bro. If you ain't got a secure credit card with the money already on there, don't borrow from those store box in the penitentiary, man. Cause a dude will he'll put some nails in your coffin, dog. He'll put some nails in your coffin behind that little money, man. And man, yeah, and then me and the dude, we now it's over. We unbenefited. We don't mess with each other. He don't borrow from me no more. He walk around looking like he don't want to make eye contact with me. I don't want to make eye contact with him. But now you on my radar as a potential dude that might try to sneak me. Now you on my radar if something go down and my back turn or be a big fight in the pod or a riot or something, you on my radar as a dude that might try to get me. You see what I'm saying? So I might get you. I might get you. Cause you on my radar. So it be little things like that that create enemies in the penitentiary. He also could be a potential dude that 3-4 years down the line I get transferred to another institution. He could already be on the institution and got a rack of homeboys and put a bad bone on my name when I get there. Like, oh yeah, man, that Bama man, he did some foul stuff to me on such, and make me have other enemies that I don't even know. This how stuff snowball in the penitentiary, and you got more and more enemies. When you create one, you got a lot. And you don't never know how it's gonna shake out. But just another reason, man, not to be in this environment, man, not to be in the penitentiary, not to be, around all of this chaos and confusion and potential, life-ending situations, man. You dig? But anyway, man, y'all talk to me in the comments. I talk back. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Big love on top of love on top of love. If you ain't got the membership, do yourself a favor, man, and get over there and get some of this raw and uncut. If you do got it, it's love on love on love. Peace, blessings, y'all. Be safe, be smart, make good decisions, and duck them hooks, man. And don't be going to get nothing if you ain't got no secure credit card. Aye.
The banky special.
Yeah.
Pure deliciousness.
Pure deliciousness, man.
My name is Banky, man. Everybody calls me Banky. That's the name that I got from my grandmother when I was young. I'm coming out here after 30 years. Yeah, I ain't got nothing, but I'm gonna have something because I'm rich in personality, and I'm rich in love. My family love me, and that's really all that counts.